Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. So here's the crusher, Sergey Kovalev, 183 centimeters tall with a reach of 184 centimeters. And he'll be taking on the legend himself, Saúl Canelo Álvarez. He's 172 centimeters tall with a reach of 179.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Here comes one of the best light heavyweights to ever do it, Sergey Kovalev, known as the Crusher. While everyone refers to this man as Crusher, if you ask him, he describes himself as, quote, just a regular boxer. I doubt many of his opponents would agree with that assessment. Saúl Canelo Álvarez, a four-division, multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Russia, here is the three-time light heavyweight champion of the world, the hard-hitting Sergey "Crusher" Kovalev. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saúl Canelo Álvarez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
No doubt about it. This was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. The build up to this fight has been incredible. Both of these men verbally sparring for weeks, and now they get it on for real. A perfect counter lands. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill.
Whoa, Johnny! Kovalev is hurt. And it appears they weathered the... Did you see that? Uh-oh, the Crusher in trouble. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Beautiful counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Kovalev that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Forget about, yes, I like that round. Good round, you feel good.
And there's the bell for round two. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
And he scores with the counter. How about that time counter shot? What an upset here as Álvarez goes down. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
We need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. They exchange punches. Perfect counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Talk about Álvarez in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Beautiful, beautiful. That's it. Start stick. Okay, focus, focus. Big deep breaths. Big deep breath. Don't be looking at it one shot at a time.
The bell rings and we start the third. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. It's all offense all the time. Those counter punches have to hurt. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. We wanted action, and they are delivering. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. There's a counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Talk about it. Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Beautiful counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Nice counter shot. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punching. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook is parried away. Misses with the right uppercut. Nice job blocking the left hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Doing what you're doing. The gaps. Listen, you switched off. What you doing? I need you to switch back on.
On to the fifth we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter shot lands. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Good counter punch. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Just missing with the uppercut. Jab does not score. Believe what we are seeing. Kovalev is dazed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Álvarez just got rocked in a big... Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
The fight's not over yet. Let's keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
Let's start the sixth. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Well done with that counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Nice counter punch. How about that time counter shot? Catch and shoot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Miss with that jab. And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. He threw a punch and just got countered. Let's talk about Kovalev that last round. They got the momentum, they got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Needs to get back out there, needs to win. Good work at that, kid. That jab's looking nice.
Round 7, here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
A big, heavy blow, and Saúl is down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
A shot from the gods took him out.
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight to Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that time counter shot? Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Álvarez in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
He's too tired. Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes. You're switching off. You're getting your timing already.
There's the bell to start round 8. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything. Full full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch.
The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
I need to see that again.
Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That is God. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.